Welcome. This presentation will be about how to use the notebook tool in EasyBib to create notes, an outline, and write your thesis statement. First, you'll need to log into EasyBib and go to your My Projects screen. From here, you'll click on Notebook for whichever project you want to work on. This project is about the Arctic region in Alaska. You'll see that I have some notes already in here. To add a new note, I'm going to click New Note. I'll start with the title. This note is about hunting in Arctic Alaska. Then I'm going to pick the source that this information came from. It's important to have all of your sources in your bibliography first before you start working in your notes. If your source is not in your bibliography, it won't appear here in this drop-down menu. This is the source I want. Then I'm going to put evidence from text. This is the direct quote that I got from my source. In this case, my source is a first-person narrative about hunting in the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. I'm going to use this particular quote and paste it here in my evidence from text. For the paraphrase, you want to restate what the quote says in your own words. It's important not to be too similar to the quote, as that can be considered plagiarism. So I might say something like this. Andrew Lewis, the author of this piece, appreciates being able to hunt in an area where he feels alone and that is unspoiled by man. It means the same thing as the quote, but it's not similar to the quote. It's my own idea about what the author has said. The comment and the identifier are up to you. The comment is a place where you can put information that might help you in your paper. So if I had an idea of where I wanted this to appear in my paper, or how I wanted to use it in my project, I would put that in the comment field. The identifier is a place to put the page number or the paragraph that this work appeared in. Since it's just a website that is very short, I don't need that information. But if this was from a book, or a longer website, or a longer source, I would want to put in a page number or a paragraph to help me get back to this quote if needed. You can also organize your notes by assigning it to a group, adding a tag, or giving it a color. These are things to help you better organize your information. When you're done, you'll want to click Save Note. Your note will appear in the upper left-hand corner of the viewing pane. You can move it to anywhere on the screen. In the bottom right corner of the viewing pane, you'll see you have a box that you can move around to expand your viewing area. To combine notes together to create groups, just drag one note on top of another one. An untitled group will be formed. Double-click where it says Untitled Group to rename the group. Since this one is about animals and hunting in Arctic Alaska, I might name it Hunting. Once I have all my notes and they're grouped into categories, I can start to begin my outline. There are two ways to add things to the outline, which will appear here on the right-hand side of the page. The first is to add a new bullet manually by clicking New Bullet. You can change the text of the bullet by double-clicking on the item and typing what you want it to say. I might create 3 bullets, one for introduction, one for the body of my essay, and one for the conclusion. Within the body of my essay, I'm going to put all my notes, the information that I want to talk about in my paper. To do this, I just need to drag my note cards into my outline. If my cards don't go where I want them to, I can highlight them and move them around using the arrow keys at the top of the screen. I may want hunting to go further down, or I may want it to be a portion, a subset of a different category. If I decide I want to get rid of a category altogether, I can click on it and click Delete. It will delete everything underneath that category as well. Once you have your note cards and your outline, it's time to write your thesis statement and to put that in your EasyBib notebook. Your thesis statement is a one-sentence statement that answers your research question or explains your topic. This statement is a summary of what will happen in the entire paper and will appear at the end of your introduction. In EasyBib, you'll put your thesis statement at the top of your outline. In this case, my thesis statement will be this: the Arctic region of Alaska is harsh, cold land with a rich culture and interesting geography. This sums up everything that I plan to talk about in my paper. Notice that it doesn't say, in this paper I will discuss. It just states what I plan to talk about. So now you have your notes, your outline, and your thesis statement. You're done. If your instructor has asked that you print this information, you can use the print button at the top of the screen to do so. Otherwise, you're good to go.